Hello, welcome. My name is Rob Berghmans. I'm the founder of Caffenation, and welcome at our brand new offices. And welcome also Chef Verellen, our master roaster at Caffenation.
Pleased to be here.
And welcome to our very first episode of SOURCE ROAST BREW. But before diving into that, we have a great coffee from Ethiopia, and while the farmers out there are now harvesting and processing their new crop, this is still from last year's crop, but it keeps on tasting fantastic and fresh. How comes Ethiopian coffee stay good that long?
It's quite a unique origin. The coffee is grown at really high altitude, slow, and is processed also very good and quite slow. That means that the structure of the bean is quite dense, and it's almost, when it arrives, it's almost too fresh. It tastes like green tea, a little bit harsh even, so it takes a while to open up. So actually now we're in a pretty good moment to taste Ethiopian coffee when it's completely opened up and it hasn't gone woody yet. So, yeah.
Good year for Ethiopian coffee. This coffee now, the sourcing, we both went in 2020 to Ethiopia. You went back last year. Over there we met a lot of exporters. One of them, famous guy we met, is Mike Mamo. He's the guy who also got us this coffee. Can you tell us a bit more about him and his organization?
Yes, Mike is a second generation exporter, and his company he inherited from his dad called Addis Exporter, and he works together with Osito Coffee. So we've been working from 2020 with him. And he helps export and facilitate from individual farmers since liberalization of the structure of Ethiopian coffee export. So this person called Ture Waji from Guji, apparently the King of Guji.
I heard so.
And so there's many of these farmers now getting the chance to export and put their name on their coffee, which supposed to be a long time ago was a big lot. Now we can separate the lot a little bit better. They can do it over there if they want to.
Yeah. The King of Guji, very nice. Roasting. So in human language, can you explain a little bit how did you roast this coffee?
It's mostly when an Ethiopian natural comes and it's a little bit older or on point, let's say, then I'll go for a quite quick roast. So now we have an omni roast, which is really good actually for Ethiopia. It's one of the unique coffees that we can omni roast.
So omni roast, that means it's good for both filter and espresso.
Exactly, yeah. So we try to roast for all the techniques. So we do quite a big batch, and we try to roast it quite quickly with a lot of airflow. That means when you do a bigger batch, you get more sweetness, and when you do it fast, you get more acidity also. So we try to combine the sweetness and the acidity into one cup. Yeah.
Okay.
In short.
I hope people understand. Anyhow, I think it's very interesting to me. Last part, the brewing. Can you give us any advice how to brew it and how does the coffee taste?
For this time I chose to do an AeroPress, of course, as a weapon of choice. And that the method I know best, I think. I did 20 grams on 200 milliliters, about 2-minute brew, and started at 83. So quite long, quite low temperature. Low temperature because it's roasted a little tad bit darker, so it extracts quicker and better. And I like low temperature for AeroPress usually. Yep. Yeah.
But then you add water after the brewing part?
A little bit by choice, but it's a little bit too concentrated maybe for some people, but I like it personally like that. If you want, you can add a little bit more water, but the extraction is complete, let's say. So it's a little bloom of 20 seconds and then a pour of a minute, or a little bit longer than a minute, and then a very slow press until before the hissing sound, or just in the hissing sound. Quite simple, like a pour over a little bit, but with pressure.
So there are a lot of opportunities, possibilities. This coffee, for those who didn't try the coffee yet, we have it in our bars, online available, at our dealers. And you taste for yourself. We have a cup here. I think it tastes delicious, and I hope you're going to like it as well, but I'm sure you'll love it.